immediately settled into a dismal married routine. I would get up and go to work, and after work I'd go out with the guys from the greeting card company and start to get drunk, and them and the wives would call up the bar on the phone and demand that the husbands come home.
You are love.
Hello, I'm Rex Humbard, and today the entire Humbard family is singing
Smoke 'em, then you'll see Ellis, MFT.
I started getting involved around this time in the budding hippie subculture in Cleveland. And then in 1965, I took LSD for the first time, which completely knocked me for a loop. Things were never the same. The whole thing just seemed like a shabby, cardboard, flat reality compared to the levels of meaning that I saw under the influence of that drug.
They are Mrs. Kenneth Strayer, Mrs. Donald Nagg, and Mrs. Arthur Kramer. Now, ladies, would you each check the inside of your washer to make sure it's completely clean?
I couldn't talk to people at work. I was speechless. They'd look at me and say, "Crumb, what's with you? What's happened to you?" And there's no way I could explain it.
Just a touch of the elbow.
The whole world that I was living in just seemed like a puppet show, a tragic farce. And I couldn't figure out why anybody would want to live that way.
The door opens completely automatically.
Heel! Heel! Heel up!
I broke up with my wife again in the middle of an LSD trip. The next day she put sleeping pills in the chicken soup to try and keep me from leaving.
And furthermore, a pearl is made from a wound and a sorrow and an oyster. A richer banquet than this.
In 1966, my head was just spinning with strange visions and this kind of electric, animated craziness that's hard to describe.
Sweeps bugs from the air.
But I managed to get some of it down on paper. I did drawings of all these archetypal cartoon figures that kind of floating around in the collective subconscious. These images would just come up in my mind when I was sitting on a bus or staring out a window. It just all starts spinning out of the middle of my brain. I met a couple of friends of mine in a bar one night after work in Cleveland, and they said they were going out to San Francisco, so I just went with them.